Another one of my videos. Today's video I'm going to show you how you install add-ons within the Kodi Direct Kodi Fork plugin on your Enigma device. I'm using the Unibox HD from xbmcwizard.co.uk. So let's head straight into it. So if you hit menu and then you go down to Kodi Direct, press OK on your remote, and then you'll go straight into the actual plugin itself. If there's been an update, you'll get a flashing, you'll get a pop-up screen just notify you of the date of the new update, and also any new additions to the update. And again, if you go into it and it says there's a new update available, just press OK. It will run its process, and then you can go back into Kodi Direct afterwards. Literally, mine had an update 2 days ago, and it had a couple of new add-ons available for me to use. So we hit the green button to install add-ons, and you'll get a choice now. From install from zip, install from Kodi Direct list, install from Kodi official repositories, install from other repositories. Now, the image I'm using, I was playing this last night, and I seem to get a lot of crashes on certain things. I'm not too sure if it's the image or it's something else, I'm not too sure, but I'm going to run through this process, and if I come across a crash, obviously then you guys can see it. Any crashes, the crash log you just send off to the image creator, and they will look into it and hopefully fix it. So the first one, for example, is if install from zip. If you press OK, this is where you can actually install say third-party add-ons. So say if you know, you've come across the entertainment repos zip file, you can drop it into your TMP or your hard drive, sorry, or a USB if you've got it connected to a device, and install it that way. My word of warning is sorry, please find out from the creator of the repository if it works on Enigma devices, because there's a lot that doesn't. There's more and more coming through now, but just be wary of that and make sure you ask the creator first before you install, because if you install it and it doesn't work, it's just a pointless exercise and it could cause issues. So we're not going to do any of that today, because there's only a few that I know 100% do work, but I'm going to test those out along the line, and once they're really stable, then we can do a video on that. So just press exit to come back out of there. Next one is install from Kodi Direct list. So basically all these add-ons in here are on the, say, official Kodi Direct repository, and they're all categorized. So you can go down the list here, and there's a few categories. So let's head into movies, for example. Now, to me, technically, in my mind, if they're on the Kodi Direct official, say, repository, I'm expecting these to work. I know Exodus does work. I've been using it, and it works very well. So we'll select, say, Exodus. Okay, so select that, press the green button, and now it will run a process of installing that add-on within Kodi Direct, and it shouldn't take too long at all. Okay, so I've just pressed the exit button on my remote because the process finished. And let's drop down to install from Kodi official repositories. Let's go inside there. Again, you have options on what platform to download it from. Again, I'm not too sure on this, because I'm guessing some of these will not work on Enigma, but the only way to try is to install. But there's loads in here. A very good one in here for the UK people is the BBC iPlayer official in here. And I use one called HD Home Run, which is pretty good. But there's some really good add-ons in here in the official Kodi repository. You'll also, funny enough, have the ENIGMA2 add-on there, which you can view your Enigma channels. But obviously, if you've got them on your SAT receiver, it's a bit pointless. But there's loads down there anyway. So I'll just come out of that. And you can go in there and investigate. Now, this is where I get my crash point. So when I go install from other repositories, it crashes. So we'll give it a whirl, because there's no point hiding the fact if it crashes, but it hasn't crashed so far. But again, there's no repositories in here to upload, so we'll just press the red cancel. So it looks like they fixed that, but anyway, so we've actually installed Exodus. So if we come back again and press exit on your remote, you'll then see Exodus here on top of YouTube. So press OK, and you'll get the spinning wheel, and then we'll go inside Exodus and just have a little play about and see what we can play. So it's just connecting to that, and it's running its process to fully install, and that's to install the meta handler. So that's done. So we press exit, come out of it, press OK to Kodi Direct, and we'll go back in there just by pressing the OK button. So the only thing I have issues with on like the Kodi Direct side is just the way it kind of sluggishly moves around. Obviously we can all relate to having a very fast Kodi device that can zip through all these categories and navigations, and it's great, but you really notice it when you're using an Enigma device, but it does a job. It does a job. Don't get me wrong, it does a job. So as you would see on the Exodus Kodi add-on, you have all your lists. So we'll just go into movies, for example, and we'll just go down to featured. Now the Venton Unibox device is 720 HD, so there's no point going grabbing a 1080p film, because all you do is downsize it to a 720 format. But again, 720p is fine. Let's click on the Revenant. Okay, so you kind of see what I mean by sluggish. You click it and you've got to wait a couple of seconds. Maybe I'm just being impatient, but I'm just used to be running Kodi on a much faster device. But like I say, you having this on your SAT receiver, especially on the Venton, it's like a one box for all. So you haven't got to turn it off, then attach, turn on your Kodi device, and then turn it off once you've done, and turn back on the SAT receiver. This kind of does it all in a one, so you have it on one remote, which is very handy. I've used Exodus for the last few days on the Venton, and it runs fine. I've watched a few films. I've also used the BBC iPlayer, which I mentioned earlier on, and also the HD Home Run, which basically picks up your aerial signal to have all your Freeview channels on your sort of device, which is really cool. And other things I've been using on here on the Kodi Direct is also the Couch Potato, which is from the official Kodi repository. That's pretty cool. So now the list is populated. You can see that you've got all the links, as you would do normally on your Kodi device. So we'll just try and play a HD one. Obviously there's loads of links to choose from. Let's try this one here, number 9. And you get the spinning wheel again, and you also get the little spinning wheel at the bottom as well there. But if you don't mind waiting, seconds or a minute or two, then yeah, it works fine. So that one's got an error come up, so obviously that link's broken or something like that. So we'll just go down to say this link here. Again, this would normally happen on your Kodi device anyway. If a link's broken, it's broken. So hence why you get so many links per film or per stream. Okay, we've got an error on that one too. Let's try another one. There's got to be one somewhere. But like I did mention earlier on, some of these add-ons are not 110% working on Enigma because they play back differently. And I was speaking to the entertainment repo during the week, and he's found that one of his repos add-ons plays flawlessly because it's got built-in URL resolver. So he said that one works, but he's going to start looking out for other sites that's great to have on the Enigma side. So as you can see, this one's going to play. We've got a choice of where you want to play it. I just hit the play button. If you've got VLC installed on your device, then you can just go ahead and play that on there. Just boot up now, and as you can see, it's okay. It's in SD version. Obviously, I couldn't find a HD link to work, and it's running pretty cool. Again, I've just paused it, and then we're going to go ahead and play it, because it's possible to do that still on here as well. So we'll just let that play out for a minute. I'm not tried fast forward, but we'll give that a go. Just give us a shout. It's always nice to hear other people that have tried and found add-ons work okay.
Then you gave about half of it away, and we never saw it ever again.
But
I think most reasonable people,
£350
most people would say, and they'd be absolutely right, that we had lost control of that 350 million. And it's totally wrong.
You get a lot back in your pocket. You get a lot back in your pocket, just as farmers do, just as universities do. Lots of organisations in this country, that money comes back to them.
And the point that we're making is that we would have
Westminster should stop that, being able to stop that happening.
We'd have a lot more back